Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to be reacting to this video called Exploring Viscri, Romania's countryside village in Transylvania, Romania. This is by Chad and Claire, I think is her name. I'm sure they'll say it here in the video. But I went to Viscri with my wife. I drove through it, but we didn't get out and go to this church. So I'm really excited to see how they explored Viscri. When we got out, we were parked literally right here. We were right here. I'm 100% sure of it. And we hopped out and a dog started chasing us. So we just hopped in our car and just left. And now I regret it. But let's get watching. Let's see what happens to these two. Beautiful views.
In the heart of Transylvania sits the picturesque Romanian village of Viscri, renowned for its beautifully preserved Saxon heritage and traditional way of life. Known for being a haven for slow tourism, travelers make their way to Viscri to experience rural Romanian culture, from horse-drawn cart rides to homemade meals prepared by locals.
Those look so good.
Its centuries-old fortified church, cobblestone streets, and timeless charm give visitors like us what we all crave most in a busy society: a peaceful and simple atmosphere where life can stand still, even if just for a moment.
For the next 2 days, Claire and I will be relaxing in the Romanian countryside. We've actually decided to visit the small village
Claire,
Viscri,
that's what their
names
names
UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's really known for its fortified church, which is up on the hillside, which we're going to explore later. Claire is actually...
And to be honest, when you step into Viscri, it feels like you're stepping back in time a little bit. It's kind of crazy.
Taking a nap. She's still kind of recovering from a stomach bug that she's been battling while here in Romania. I'm hoping that she'll be able to join us later. I think she is too, but I do think we are in one of the best places for her to just heal and take it easy, just because it is so quaint and charming here, and I feel really grateful to be able to soak in this experience over the next 2 days.
Cool sign there. Oh, he's by himself this first day. Okay. Cool, he got that shot by himself. That's a great setup of a shot. The apples, those look good. That's sweet. This is a well done video. They've got beautiful shots.
This afternoon, when we first arrived to Viscri, I walked around for about an hour or two, and it was so much fun. Claire was actually taking a nap, just resting, catching up on some sleep after all of the travel the past few weeks. But now she has woken up, and we are both out on a little evening stroll before we head over to our dinner reservation, which I believe happens in about 30 minutes.
Oh, cool.
And I already am just loving this golden afternoon light. It is so beautiful out. I was just telling Claire that something I discovered this afternoon is a lot of the buildings here have painted on the date that I believe the building was constructed. Many of them were constructed in the early 1900s, some in the late 1800s. I love when buildings display the date. I think it just throws the history right back in your face. It's just like, wow, that's pretty old. That's like 100 years old.
And it feels a lot older in some spots.
Something Claire had just mentioned when we were walking around is how residential this place feels. What's interesting about it is it's very historic, but a lot of farmers are still living here. You know, you'll see their equipment going by, they have animals, and there's lots of livestock.
It feels like you're kind of walking through a village neighborhood, and all of the homes are painted different pastel colors. We see some blue, some yellow, green, orange, very colorful.
That was German writing right there too.
Red roofs.
Yeah, something I've noticed in Romania in general that you guys might know more about is they make their homes very long. Like the lots go back really far. True. And I love that all of the homes are numbered. Like it's very organized. This was the same in Brasov.
Brasov, yeah.
I'm guessing this is a German thing, but I don't know. Yeah, this would be interesting to know.
Brasov, I always second guess how I pronounce that, but yeah, it's been a common theme anywhere we've gone at least.
They look kind of mean.
They look like they'd chase you and then go like this.
I'm having a staring contest with the gray one.
Duckies just walking around.
Butts waddling away, and then the gray one was in the back like, come on, ladies.
Hi.
Oh, cute little puppy.
Oh my.
All right, we're taking you.
This is such a cute dog.
So what do you think of Viscri so far?
Fantastic. The cutest little dogs. And geese and horses. Can you imagine? We saw all those animals just walking down this one street. The trash service just picked up a load from the restaurant we are eating at tonight. Because this is such a small village, you've got to make reservations, otherwise you're not going to have any food for dinner. And so we made one yesterday. It's for 6 o'clock p.m. And I wonder what's on the menu tonight. I don't know if we get to choose or if it's set menu, which is kind of exciting.
Oh yeah. White barn and blue house, guest house. Ooh, this looks like a fun place.
This might be our most exciting meal here in Romania because everything we are about to eat has been grown within a 75-kilometer radius.
Wow.
I think that is mind-blowing. But
That's
here
wild.
we have some drinks to start the night. In this taller glass, we have an elderflower preserve that came from a Saxon village called Brunest. And then here is a Transylvanian glogi. It is 85% currants and 15% cherries, and then there are ginger, cloves, and cinnamon in there as well. So it sounds like a very fragrant and autumnal drink. But this place is just so beautiful and magical. It feels like we're eating in a secret garden. And I just can't wait to see the food that arrives to our table. It's truly farm to table at its very best.
Huzzah!
This looks incredible. Look at the ladder, the hammock right there.
It's like
really nice.
It's like spring and then autumn. To get a full plate of vegetables in Romania, it's like a dream come true. I feel like the Romanian diet, as much as it is delicious, it has been very meat heavy.
Yeah.
And just having only vegetables and cheeses on this plate is just, oh, I'm smiling ear to ear.
That all looks delicious.
Here we have the salata de vignetta, which is that roasted eggplant
Cucumber
salad.
looks
It's
good.
right here in the middle with the black sesame seeds. And then we have like the rubiest red tomatoes I've ever seen.
Delicious.
4 big slices over there, some cheeses, and then some cucumbers. And
Look at these
bread basket.
flies just flying around. They want in on that food. Salata de vinete. It's kind of like zakuzka, just not zakuzka.
Incredible soups. On my left is a chicken noodle soup with homemade noodles. All the chicken comes from the village here or nearby. And this is what Claire has been wanting for days. He's petting the cat. But also on this side, we have the veal soup. And our server said that it is truly divine.
That looks incredible.
Really everything's cut up nice and finely.
That's what I want.
It looks like really good portion sizes. Not too much.
The thing about soups in Romania is they have a soup called ciorba and they have a soup called supa. And ciorba is just like... It's seriously the best soup in the world. I'm not like... I don't feel like I'm being biased towards Romania or anything. Like, you could eat this in any country. Ciorba is incredible, and look at what they're getting there.
Not too
Looks
little.
so delicious.
Our little baby boy found us. This evening for our main course, we have an old Saxon recipe of baked chicken, and it was baked with dried plums as well as cinnamon and some rosemary potatoes.
Interesting. And they're sharing it.
The chicken fell right off the bone. To end our meal, we have a walnut butter and dark chocolate cake with forest fruits from nearby villages. And something that I noticed as we've been traveling around central Romania is I'd see a lot of older women holding tiny baskets of fruit, and they typically were blueberries and raspberries, and they'd be selling it outside of castles or in nearby villages. And so it must be in season right now. We haven't had the chance to try the raspberries or the blueberries, so this will be our first taste.
It looks delicious. That is what I will say. This place looks delicious. Look at the walnuts in there. This is what Romania is all about right here. This is just incredible. Oh. Romania is something special, guys. This is heartwarming to see. We have another 10 minutes
Last
of
night,
them
as
recording.
the sun
I'm
set over the
excited
village,
for
I
this.
peeked out from our second floor window and I found the brightest, most vibrant red moon. And I called Chad over to take a look with me. And I was like, ooh, it's the Transylvanian moon and it's shining bright red. And that was just such a magical moment because it looked so big off in the distance and it was just very, very red. I don't know if there was a reason for that or not, but it definitely felt like something out of a storybook. And today we've been reading in the garden this morning, but I think we're finally gonna head out and explore the nearby church that Chad was talking about yesterday. Being here has just been so refreshing and
Viscri, like the type of place Viscri is, a small community, well-knit. There's lots of places like this in Romania. Like they're close-knit, they're tight people. Really incredible people. This is what Romania is all about. Like if you want to move to Romania, this is the best part about it right here. Obviously the cities are incredible and there's so much to do in the cities, but slowing down life, if you're looking to slow down your life, get a really tight-knit community, become really close with people, this is what it's all about.
Rejuvenating for our soul. And last night it cooled down significantly and we were able to watch a movie under the stars. As we sipped on mint tea. It has been wonderful here, and I certainly am in love with Viscri.
Oh, I wish I could have gone to this. Why was I so scared of that dog? Oh, this is incredible.
So it seems like this church is more than just a church. There are entire exhibits about the history of this area and just
that was in German
in general.
Look at that, that's old money.
Just looking at all the textiles that they provide and the machinery that they use to weave these textiles. And I keep looking at all the intricate details of the painting, of the embroidery. There is just so much eye for detail and the craftsmanship is absolutely stunning.
There's more German.
We came across this very tall bed and Chad realized that it was actually made this tall because it used to be very cold in the winters, and because hot air rises, it's better to sleep higher up than down below.
Oh, that's really smart.
The drafts of the cold winters could actually go underneath the bed, and not to mention, it also provides lots of storage space.
That's really
smart.
That's
pretty cool. It's kind of like almost like a bunk bed without the bed underneath.
Look how beautiful that is. This church all in German, probably because German Saxons came and they were craftsmen and they built a ton of stuff. Look how beautiful that is. And I missed out on that. I was like 20 feet away from this.
We just made it into the church and there was quite a temperature drop when we came in. It's much cooler in here. I actually heard another guy talking about how this church used to be a Catholic church. It is now a Lutheran church. And we're standing in this dark stairwell. It's very narrow and it's going up somewhere. It could be the second floor of the church or to the tower. We're gonna find out once we get to the top.
Whoa, that is narrow. That is sweet.
So that narrow stone staircase brought us to the tower that's right behind the church. We're about halfway up the tower. Very old, obviously, but I wanted to share that the reason this is a UNESCO world famous site is because back in the day, in 14th, 15th century, the Saxons lived here, and this group of people, they obviously had a church here, and they needed to defend away from the Ottomans and the Turks that would possibly invade this area. And so all throughout Transylvania, there are these fortified churches, and what's really neat is, most churches nowadays aren't fortified. But these are fortified because at any time, basically the Ottomans could come through this area and pillage their village, so they needed a place to be safe. And I think it's really neat that they obviously protected the church, and it became this community center where people would gather, they'd have events.
And usually it felt like the fortified churches were on the highest part of the city so that you could see everything coming out, if people were coming. And look, you can see 360 here, so you can see anybody if anybody ever came. Oh, that's so sweet.
There is a side stairwell that goes to the second floor.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's so cool.
We have our ornament for Romania. We actually went into this small local market and we saw these like in the corner, kind of tucked away. And I was like, oh, that's perfect because we've seen so many horses here helping out with the trash or just frolicking around in the meadows.
Not what I would have chosen, but I love
the horseshoe. And it's like, it's real metal.
Very sturdy.
This is probably our sturdiest ornament yet. I'm always nervous that it's gonna break on the way home, but I know this thing will definitely stay intact.
Oh, look how beautiful that is.
Even if I fail, you are like a summer breeze.
It's incredible. This is really making me miss Romania a lot right now. Like a lot. Deep in my heart.
There's so many fruits on the ground. And I especially like this cobalt blue fruit. I've never really seen it before until we went to
That's probably a plum, I'm guessing. Not 100% sure, but I'm guessing a plum.
Croatia, and I saw that they're selling these in the market. If you know what kind of fruit this is, do tell. It's such a pretty color.
Right this way.
Why, thank you.
The gatekeeper.
Is this where they stayed? Through two, like, wooden
We're taking
gates?
some of the back trails over to dinner. Same spot as last night, just because everything was divine. And there are other things on the menu that I do want to try. And I just love how, local the ingredients are, and they just write the story for each one out. So we're in for another delicious dinner. Our drinks to begin our meal are different than what we got last night. So today I decided to go with their rhubarb juice, and then Chad got the Countryside Hugo. And essentially they replaced the Prosecco with a dry white wine, so it does look a little bit different.
Cheers.
For our starter, we went with the Transylvanian
look at that
charcuterie.
salami.
As you can see, there are both meats and cheeses on this plate. I know the
so
cheeses
delicious.
are from local villages, and I'm assuming the meats are also. What's so cool about the ham on this platter is they are very thick cuts, and I can see like the layer of fat that's just sweating with the hot weather.
I don't know if she's happy about that.
Sausages and the cheese. I know it's gonna be so good.
And that looks more like zakuska. Oh. Her soup looks divine, to say the least.
We just wrapped up another wonderful
Look at that bread too. Oh, that's
meal.
not a good picture.
And as we're walking back, we're
the
being
bread in
followed by
Romania.
our new little furry friend, and we actually picked up 2 candles. They are rhubarb candles that were made locally here, and they even made the ceramic pots.
Yeah.
Or what are those? Pots, I guess?
Yeah.
Candle pots. How'd you get over there?
It's funny this little dog just is following them around.
Oh. Wow, it's so warm. Go on, Claire.
Oh my gosh, I don't have any hands.
I can hold something.
Kind of nerve-wracking.
What's our food?
Like velvet. Horses are massive. My goodness.
Well, they must not be from a farm town. I grew up around
Yeah,
horses.
here comes
That's a
another
beautiful
one.
horse, though. The black speckle.
I want to touch it.
You want to touch it?
Hi. Hi.
Feels like a surreal moment. I've never been this close to a horse.
Really? These are like the healthiest looking horses I've seen. Look at how muscly they are.
Yeah, I know.
They are
Smell our
muscly.
rhubarb candles.
Yeah.
Majestic creatures.
One cool thing about Romania, I've never got to see this, but they do have wild horses, which would be so cool to see horses just out in the wild roaming, doing their thing. But Romanian horses are special. Look at them. They look great.
Let's get a horse, Claire. They're so sweet.
Yeah, they
really nice.
I'm like, I want to touch, but I don't want to touch. I don't think I'm used to animals with this large of a snout because our dogs don't have any.
Oh, it looks excited. Want some grass? Oh, I'm so nervous.
Atenție, gard electric. Electric
Why are we
fence.
so scared of horses?
They're just so big. I'm used to our tiny dog.
Well, on that note, thank you so much for joining us here in Romania. It's been such a beautiful country and there's so much more to see, and we hope that we can come back again someday. But until then, if you'd like to see where we go next as we travel to 50...
Go check out Chad and Claire, first of all. They seem like they're really cool people. I'm going to check some more of their stuff out, even not about Romania, just about their travels in general. But Viscri is an incredible city. I want Ciorba now. I'm recording this and it's nighttime, and all I want is to be in Romania, waking up in Romania tomorrow. I love Romania. I miss Romania tons right now. This video really brought it out in me. So thank you, Chad and Claire, for bringing out the love of Romania. I want that rhubarb candle. I want all the food you ate, and I want to go visit Viscri again. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Peace.